This is an overview of the 2024 AGT Industrial LRT23 Chinese mini skid steer. This is an imported skid steer, and I got it from an auction about a month and a half ago. In this video, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick overview of this mini skid steer. The things I like about it, the things I don't like about it thus far, and then also provide some specs. So I'll just go ahead and tell you, I've used this thing for about 3 hours, and I was not gentle with it at all.
I just uprooted this rock.
In fact, I really wasn't using the bucket that it came with. I ended up getting a Titan Attachments stump bucket, and that thing is an absolute beast. I've gotten 6 stumps out, and I believe whenever you get these things, you are supposed to, start off kind of easy, and then kind of work your way up to harder and harder jobs, so the engine and the hydraulic mechanisms, can have a chance to kind of break in and you understand the limits. But I did not do that. I just went straight into digging up stumps, and it absolutely destroyed them. It was awesome. I've dug out stumps by hand before in the past, and this is way better. Quick walk around, and I'll give you some specs. The actual length of this thing with the stand plate down is about 7 foot 4 inches. If you had the stand plate up, it's about 6 foot 8 inches in total length. Total height from the ground to the very top of the metal right there, I'm not including the lights, the joysticks, is about 43 inches. I have greased all the fittings whenever I first got this thing, and actually looks like I maybe put a little bit too much grease into that one. And walking around towards the back, of course, there's the operator station. And this thing is powered by a 739cc engine, which is equivalent to a 23 horsepower. And from what I can tell, the engine is plenty strong enough for this particular unit. This does have a back plate that comes on it, but I have this one off just for the purposes of easy maintenance in this video. In fact, I've seen some other videos where people just leave the back panel off. I think the only weight you're shedding is about 3 pounds. And looking here at the operator station, I'll start at the top. You've got 2 lights. You've got the joystick controls. You also have the auxiliary hydraulic control. And I believe this would be for like a forward and reverse function for the auxiliary power attachments. Right here you do have a throttle. That's the ignition key. Horn, lights. This would be the hour meter. And this is temperature, oil temperature in Celsius. Fuel gauge. This is the manual choke. And then, of course, there's the DC power. I don't know why anyone would charge anything while they're operating this thing, but if you wanted to, there it is. All right, and again, it has that 739cc V-twin engine. And again, I've only ran this thing for 3 hours, but the performance has been stellar, actually, with this thing. And this is where you would fuel it. That's the fuel cap right there. And the fuel tank, the engine is actually mounted on top of the fuel tank. I believe it's a 6-liter fuel tank, if memory serves me correctly. All right, and there's the stand plate. Of course, this stand plate can be moved. You can flip it up if you wanted to walk behind it, and that's helpful, like if you're backing it down a trailer ramp, or you're, on something steep, or maybe you need to back it up, further than what that plate. You can actually stand to the side and use those joystick controls and back this thing up if you wanted to. Otherwise, you can just stand on the plate. All right. Now moving down this side, of course, that's where the exhaust comes out right there. If the math is correct, it says that the load is 870 kilograms. And I believe whenever they say load right here, 870 kilograms, I believe they're referring to the machine weight. I could be wrong. But if that is correct, we do 870 times 2.2, and I believe it's 1,914 pounds, 1,914 pounds. And I believe that would be the weight without any fluids in it. Once you get a human standing on the back right there, you're going to be over 2,000 pounds operating weight. All right, now moving on. These tracks are 7 inches wide, rubber track, and there is a grease fitting right there, and that's how you adjust the track tension. is that grease fitting. Also, if you need to release the track, release tension, you would actually remove, there's a nut right there. You would remove that. It releases some of that grease. And that's how you would change the track or put it back on, which I did have an experience doing that already. All right. This is the auxiliary hydraulic function. And here you would have two supply lines and then a return line. And just looking at these, my guess is these two would be the supply and that would be the return. And I would assume that that is a forward reverse function from that lever right there. And of course, you have to have a return for that hydraulic fluid. This bucket is a 43-inch wide bucket, and actually the unit tracks outside track to outside track is 43 inches, and so is the bucket. So this is great for grading, scraping. I don't know so much about digging. It would be a little bit difficult to dig with that bucket in this unit, you know, being at 2,000 pounds. Again, I don't know that I'm a good example here because my soil is just full of rocks. It is very difficult to dig, but that stump bucket was incredible. It was wonderful. The bucket that it comes with, the only thing I wish it was just, I like the width of it, but I wish the length, blade length was a little longer, but you know, I guess you get what you pay for. So now we'll just do a quick look underneath this access panel. So to get in this access panel, we're going to flip that. We raise that up. And there's the stand. So right here you got the oil cooler, hydraulic oil cooler. And this actually, you can just grab it and it pivots to the side. And there's the fan. And I've seen some where the fan was for some reason sucking it in. Mine's wired correctly where it is blowing air, that direction through that oil cooler. And here's the rest of the components. Let's see here. Up here in the front, hydraulic oil tank. And right there is the filler cap, and you can undo that filler cap and you can see that there's a screen and a filter in there, and you can also see what the level is. Battery, and that's a dual hydraulic pump, and then the engine is actually just direct drive into this hydraulic pump. And of course there's the exhaust, and the exhaust is plumbed out to this side right here. Pretty simple. And what I like about it is I've worked on way harder things. Everything is pretty easy to get to, and all your hydraulic fittings and the control valves, the engine. To me, it looks like if you had to replace some parts, which I'm sure that I will need to one day, they're easy to get to. You don't have to remove half the machine in order to get to the parts. So I like it. Okay, one other thing I will mention is that this unit does have these welded on anchor points, and there's a sticker indicating the anchor points. So there's two on the back, one on each side, and then there's actually two in the front, one on each side. So that's very handy. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually remove this bucket right here, and I'm going to give you the dimensions of that quick attach plate, because that may be something that you need in the future. All right, so I have the bucket off, and I'm just going to give you some measurements on this mounting plate. So pin to pin on center is 14 inches. 14 inches on center for the pin. And let's capture the width here. And the width of the top is right at just over 22 3/4. You can call it 23, I guess, but just over 22 3/4. And plate height. All right, plate height is right at just a little bit, let's call it 8 3/4. Now, one thing I will caution you on, and I found this out with my stump bucket, I'm actually going to get just a little bit lower, is, this may be the plate height, but you also have this bottom part right here that you have to account for. And that has, a unique shape, and it's to support, that joint right there. Um, most of those have a little cutout. Like in this bucket, there's a cutout right there, where it actually fits in, and then those pins can engage, and it's a really tight fit. Um, my stump bucket didn't. I had to make some modifications. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the overview. That's a basic overview, and you know what I like about this thing, it's affordable. And like I said, I've used it for 3 hours, and what little I used it, it absolutely destroyed those stumps. But that's pretty much it for the walk around version of this. Now, in a next video that I'm going to do, I'm going to show you 3 things that you need to look for whenever you are buying your mini skid steer, in particular, a Chinese mini skid steer.